Kamu. Ha. Bukamu. Kati tukozesa kifuba. Tukozesa kifuba. Bukamu. Aha. Bukamu. Aha. Bukamu. Ha. Odan. Bukamu. Ha. Odan. Bukamu. Bukamu. Ha. Bukamu. Ha. Aha. Bukamu. Kifuba. Kifuba. Ha. Sema. Bukamu. Bukamu. Yodan. Jangu. Okusemba. Gede. Bukamu. Totega. Bukamu ko. Aha. Wow. Come live, yeah? They come live. Come side. My chapter still come live. Yeah? My chapter still come live. And pass. Counter and pass. You come and receive, then you pass and pass. Match situation. Do you see the one? Wait. Anga tubera midfield tusibana kola ki tusibana kola ki What Order. Ani atategeera. Atategeera. Tewali ategeera. Okitegera tuze kola ki? Kuyiga. So bw'obeera nga totegedde yokola ki? Gamba kikoze ki? Gamba ki? Okay? So if you don't understand, raise your hand and do what? It's okay. Just it's like that. No genda job, no da job, ogenda jokola ki? Yagala ridi mukali. Tukitegede sekyo? Tukitegede. Ya sibisi. Mwembi kule bibi. Just a matter of fasting. Oita wuyi. Kasi malo kufasiga, toyimiriza. Tukitegeda. Ngagogende eri. Katika tukitegera nga tongera mu pesi. Tugenda tongera mu ki? Tongera mu pesi. Bw'obadde obudde toddayo, eno ndaba y'abantu bangi, ndaba y'abantu bangi. Tulina okufuukula nga tubalansinga ki? Ngera bwe tubeera mu kisaawe tubalansinga ki? Ekisaawe ekitubalansinga. Buli omu nebeera nga position buli emu erimu omuki? Tuba mulungi omupiira. Olaba? Pass and move. Hey, go don't stand in one position. Yeah, to your side. Control. Control the ball. Play. Play. Left. Hey. Let's move. Yeah, people move. Don't back. Don't back. Yeah. People. Harass. Yeah, play. Hey! Play. People, keep on. Hey! Don't be in one position. You pass the ball as you move. You want to get standing. Keep an angle for support. People now. You are tired? Okay, play this side. Pass. Two people. Control the ball well and pass. Two people. Pass the ball. Pass.
Pass the ball and move. You are.
So our academy once again is called Prostat Sports Academy. We deal in different activities. Once again, we welcome all of you here to the grand opening of our academy. It is called Prostat Sports Academy. We have different activities. We started 2 weeks ago and today is our grand opening. So, without wasting time, we have been exhibiting or showing different activities to the media, and that part is done. So now, we have different age categories in terms of exits in different activities or sports. We are going to start with chess. So in the last 2 weeks, we have been training these children the skills in different sports. So those standing before you is going to show you how chess is being, played. So,
and the result this is called a knight. It has 3 points. It can move in an L form. This is called a bishop. A bishop has the same points as the knight. A bishop has also 3 points. For it can move diagonal. This piece is called a king. A king has 0 points because the opponents cannot capture it. This is called the queen. The queen is the strongest piece on the board. It has 9 points. It can move diagonally, horizontally, and vertically. This is called a pawn. A pawn has a least points. It has 1 point. Now, on the board, there are 6 purple squares. There are 2 rooks on the board, and there are 2 focus.
You can show them how they move because we are just talking.
Now, a rook also it can move vertically and horizontally, but it can move many squares. Even when capturing, it is the same. And the knights, you count the squares, and the left or right, it is where it goes. And a bishop, for it can move diagonally, even many squares. That's the same way how it can capture.
My name is Galams Imran and my coach's name is Coach Muksa.
our dear parents,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Maktoum Maviris. I am from under 11 to 12. I encourage other parents to bring their children here because we feel good when we are here. We make other friends.
So next on the agenda is under 14. Their captain is going to greet our dear parents also.
We thank our parents for bringing us to this academy, and we encourage them to bring more children to this academy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to my dear parents. Dear parents, I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to the dear Muslims, Salam Alaikum. Thank you for coming to our academy. It's called Prostat Academy. It began 2 weeks back, as they told you. But we thank you so much that you can see our young players are with uniforms. Because without your support, we cannot make it. So, we therefore continue to request you to continue to be with us and support us, so that next time when you come, you'll find us when we are all having uniforms. And we request that you also tell other parents who are interested, because this academy, they will take care of us. When we are at home, you take care of us, but when we are here also, they take care of us. They have services that they do give us here, they provide to us. As you can see, we are also health players, and we are promising. Our kids are here, they are now improving their talents. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for giving us your time, because others need to come because they had other work to do, but you gave us your time, you sacrificed this for us. Thank you so much for coming. May the Almighty God be with you. Okay, sorry. My name is Bial John. I'm a South Sudanese by nationality and Ugandan by registration.
We have other sports activities like football, badminton, but they are not represented today. So now next on agenda, I want to call the head coach, Coach Ibra, to come and talk about their parents.
Dear parents, you are most welcome. I'm so grateful that you've turned up in such a number. My names are Coach Ibrahim Yahweh Lutalo. Yeah, I was so grateful when I was called by our director, Mr. Mubelwa, that he wanted to work with me. I was so grateful. I'm a qualified coach with a CAF-B license who went through these ranks, and I know how to handle these children. As you've heard, we start from age 3 up to 17. So dear parents, I promise you that I'll look after these children very well. I'll do everything. I'll teach them. Though I'm not alone, we've got a panel of which I work with, and there are different coaches. We manage different groups, so each coach is entitled to a certain age group, so that we control these children very well. For me, in other words, I supervise. Once I supervise how each group is performing, and to see that I also plan for them each exercise we are to do on a certain day. So dear parents, I encourage you. So I'm so happy that you brought, or you made the children come to us and you gave them to us. So I encourage other parents to bring us their children. You see, apart from football, we teach them different things. Though I'm not supposed to introduce such games, but we do different games here. I'm the head coach. We play badminton, we play chess, as we were saying, we have netball, and we are planning to start swimming also.
Apart from other academies, okay, apart from other academies, we already see they mostly deal with football. But for us, we wanted to bring in another, a different thing. So we encourage all people, including girls. And I've been leaving girls behind, not introducing them to these sports. They are also, we don't want to leave them behind, so that's why you see we have got girls here. They play different games. Some are involved in netball, others in badminton. So, dear children, dear parents, I'm so grateful. And I encourage you to always come and visit us. And another thing is that we want our children to look smart. So when you are teaching, you are not, you get so easily with them. You identify them easily. So I encourage you parents to buy them uniform. It's you to buy them uniform. They look smart like this one you can see. So even if somebody is passing there, he can identify and say, this academy is so organized. So dear parents, I encourage you, as you go to these children to us, I also encourage you to work together so that we uplift our academy. Thank you very much. I've got coaches with whom I work. I've got Coach Shige. You raise up your hand for the parents to see. I've got Coach Isaac Suruga. Coach Rachel, where are you? Coach Rachel, she deals with girls. Okay. Is there looking for water? For him, deals with his young children. He sees that they don't run away. He always control them. You see those little ones. They pray 2 minutes. They want to go and take water. Some want to go home when they get tired. So the one controlling them. Now have got Coach Musa. Yeah. He must deal with 13. Yeah. So, and our director, the man at the top.
I was also a sportsman. I used to play for Uganda Queens. We played in the Sekafa. I was playing in Maroons Football Club, which is a Super League, and we also used to play for the Unders. I was also the captain for Coca-Cola Select. Those kids you see, they get from schools. I was the captain for 3 years. I used to play for Chiburi SS. That is where I started from, S1 up to S6. And I was doing PEMP. That's why I was able to go to MOOBS to study as an accountant. I'm very happy that you honored our invitation. We are very grateful that you spared time and came to us. Well, reason as to why we wanted to bring you on board, because we need to work with parents. We have to groom these kids, and that is the work of the coaches and also the parents. So we are very grateful that you honored our invitation. We started this academy. Well, it is called Prostat Sports Academy. But before Prostat Sports Academy, we had a company doing statistics. So most of these coaches, we are doing statistics for the Super League, and also we do sporting in South Sudan. That's why we involve in other activities. So we wanted to make something different from other academies, because in most cases, in most academies, they deal with only football. But to identify a talent for the kid, you have to give him a variety of games. Like this boy you saw, Martin, he came here as a footballer, but we tried him different games, and eventually we found him that he can do better in chess. But also we also plan to teach him variety of games, because when you know variety of games, even the life comes easy for you during the time of studies, because different schools need different talents. Like when you go to Budo, they are most interested in chess. When you go to Chitende, Chiburi, they are most interested in football. When you go to Nagarama, they need rugby. So that's why we have to introduce the kids to different games, such that we can give them opportunity. And this time around, these games, now it is a source of income. Most of sportsmen, they have become rich because of the games. So we encourage the parents, yes, we take the kids to school, but we should also encourage them to try other games, because when you try other games, you never know what God is planning for you. God forbid a parent can go away, like God can call him over. But this kid, when he has something, like maybe any sport that he can do better, maybe he can be helped to pursue his degree and also to get a job. Me, the person who is talking to you, when I started working at New Vision when I was in S6, because when I left Chibuli, I went to Maroons, so they called me to start working in the media. I started as a journalist when I was studying. When I completed my degree, that is when I crossed to accounting. But it was because I was playing football that I entered into New Vision. So these days, that is how companies work. That's how companies work. Companies need someone who can do a co-curricular activity and also a person who can do the work better. But we know in sports, when you do a certain game, scientists say that a person who is doing a certain game is always clever in class and is always attentive at the workplace. That is why these days companies, they want to bring on board people who know different activities. So I encourage the parents to always encourage the kids to do any sporting activity. Back on our program for Prostat, during the holidays, we want to be working every day, because that is the time we have most of the time in holidays. But when we go back to school, we shall also endeavor to monitor the kids, because our coaches and also the management, the team behind the Prostat, they are established people. So we shall always monitor the kids, even when they go to school, to find out how are they performing in school. We are trying to open up different partnership with different schools to see how they can help us. So they can only help us when the kid is disciplined, when the kid is also good in sports, and when the kid wants to play. We always encourage our students to be in our academy. We don't want people who don't study. And if we find out that the kid is not studying, we talk to the parent. If the parent persists, we cannot deal with the kid. That is why we encourage him to use English. Yes, we have certain kids, the 4 years and 5 years, who don't know English, but we have to start from here, such that they can learn from our academy. Even when they go back to school, they will be surprised to see how the kids are performing. Like you see how they have been demonstrating. Because of time, we had organized different sections, even the badminton, those people to come and demonstrate. But because of time, we decide the artist will just sample you. But at least that is the trend we are moving on. Next time when we call you, you will find extraordinary exhibition from your kids. We started here. We started on 3rd of December, but we're planning also to open up a branch in town, because we want to be global. So parents who will not be able to take the kids to town, we can get this ground. We're also still talking to the other side of Gayaza to see there's a good pitch that side. Yes, the ground is not good, but we are working on it. We shall be improving there and then. Then the academy in town, we're planning to set it up at Kampala Quality. We are still negotiating with them, but if they allow us, we shall get that side also. But during the class time, we shall always be training on Saturday and Sunday. Our program here, we start at 10, but we always encourage the parents to bring the kids at 9, such that, because we have to keep time, and we have to train them how to keep time. When you go to school, a student is the one who's supposed to be first before the lecturer or the teacher. So even here, we tell them to come at 10, but we expect them to be here at 9:30, such that when the coaches come, the kids are already there. You know, when you come, when you are organized and settled, you can easily learn. But when you come rushing, at times you miss out some concept. So we encourage the parents to send the kids at 9. They come here and rest. We always have coaches to wait for the kids. The coaches come at 9. We always assemble that side where there's a shed. But we think next week shall be having a tent whereby there's a good shed where the kids can come and wait for the coaches from. Then we start at 10 and end at 1. So we always encourage the kids, after here, they go home, because we don't want our kids to ride around, and that is why we encourage them to have jerseys, because when you have a jersey you can easily be identified, and also it helps us in security. When you have the uniform, you can easily identify that is our kid, and you can monitor him over. So we encourage the parents to help us in that concept. Going forward, we are soliciting for sponsors, and we know we shall achieve. So we shall be able to get more sets of jerseys, but as per now, we encourage the parents to comply with us, such that we can push the academy forward. Yes, this academy, we want it to be global, and we want to bring the parents on board. Next time when we invite you, we shall also get different activities to work with the parents. Maybe the training staff. Yes, we are here as a training staff, but also we have people in marketing, we have the people on board, so many people around us. So even we shall have counseling. We plan, on our vision, we also to get a counseling group to counsel the parents, to counsel the kids, because learning cannot cease. We always learn from one and another. So with the interest of time, we shall always be communicating through letters. We have the contacts. We shall always be communicating. We request the parents always to communicate with us. Even if the kid is sick, at least they should let us know, because that one is now part of us. We are family. We need to know how the kids are moving, how the kids are performing in class. Maybe we can help. It's not only football. Yes, football and these different activities, they bring us together. But we can work more. We can link up these kids. If you have a school and there's a school you are interested in, at times we can help out. You never know. I might be knowing the director for different school. Maybe I can help you to connect you there, or we can see how we can help the kids. So we request the parents always to communicate to us where they have a challenge. We understand where they have a challenge, we can always work together, because our pride is to see the kid succeed. Now, one of the requirements, our registration is 50,000. Like moving forward, when we have games, we always plan to bring the media on board. We always plan to have our video coverage, because after some time you have seen the situation in Uganda. You find someone is on the national team, but he doesn't know how many goals he has scored, even on the national team, or even during the club. So us, we want to start it from here. We want to monitor the kid right from the grassroots. We know how much the kid has performed in this year, how much he has improved, such that we can prosper to a different stage. So that is why we encourage the parents to comply with us. Yes, the jersey, we sell the jersey at 30,000. When after the jersey, starting after next week, we request the parents, like when you say the kid, at least the kid comes 1,000. That 1,000, it helps to facilitate the coaches, because we want to bring in more coaches. Like you see those kids, like the kids for 4 years and 5 years, they actually need like 10. We buy them water. They can testify. When they come here, there's time for water. And those kids, at times, the young ones, they demand for food. So where we can manage, we get them some bananas. So that 1,000, for now, we request that 1,000 to help us to facilitate the coaches, because these coaches, they have families, and also because we plan to get more games, like friendly games. We always travel, we play friendly games, we travel, we go to town, we play those teams, and also invite them to come here, because that's how we associate with them. So with the few words, we welcome Honorable Zida. Thank you for spending your time to come here. There is Madame Diana, who is also director for Motherland Nursery School. Most welcome, because we want to deal with the directors of different schools. We have invited many, right from primary, secondary, and some of them know the festival school, and are not going to come. Because this is like a school, so we need to work with the directors, but you never know, they can give us some lessons, because that's what we want.
I've been passing around and facts be told, I did not imagine this was such a serious project. Director, we are behind you in prayers and in actions where formidable we shall come in. Our guest of honor, Mr. Z, you are so most welcome. Mr. Z Mulingo, thank you for honoring the invitation. Director, Mother Kids, you're most welcome there. Our dear parents, I honor you, I salute you, because most of the faces are not are very familiar to me and not new. Thank you for trusting and entrusting our Prostat Soccer Academy. We are so privileged that you've come, and may God bless you. I would love to ask you to give the Almighty God an applause, because somewhere in the Bible, God said that a person without a vision must perish. Mu Uganda nga kiringa ekigamba nti omuntu atalina biruubirirwa mu nsi alina kufa. So this team of Director Mugera and the coaches is a total vision. Their vision is called Prostat Sports Academy. What we have to do is to push them to so that they can sustain it, it can keep around, it can yield good fruits, it can take these kids to the second level of thinking, it can develop their talents, and maybe they become superstars of tomorrow. One can come from Wampeewo Prostat Soccer Academy and they become the Messis or the Ronaldos of this world. I'm so grateful that you don't only play football, but an avalanche of other activities, and it is very encouraging because one may not be talented in the football, but they may want to take up some other sport, say the chess, the badminton, and very many others. I also propose that if possible, you also begin up with wrestling and rugby. Because me, I don't know anything about rugby and wrestling, but I enjoy. I see someone being caned down and I feel happy, but somehow, we don't have a chance in Uganda of seeing such games. I'm going to, when it comes to wrestling, I'll also bring in my kid because I want him to hustle so bad, like that. Our guest of honor, I don't want to say a lot. My name is Mugenyi Robert, commonly known as Robert Zida. I'm an artist, I'm a songwriter, I'm a master of ceremonies, and also a probable contestant for the MP Chadondo East constituency in 2021. If all goes well, Director, these are things I want to completely and by 100% engage in. I want to see the game of sports, the games and sports industry rise up. I want to see the music industry. Everywhere there is a talent, that is where I want to come in. Because trust me, Uganda is too big to provide all jobs for people that have studied. What we have to do is go via these other channels that God gave us and have no opportunities to be promoted according to our government system. So it is not all about going to school and you go through the system, it's about what you're going with into the system. We have games, we have sports, we have talents, an avalanche of talents in this country. So what I propose is, when I go to that chair that I want, that I'm looking forward to getting, because if you don't empower me, then my vision will also die. I beg for your support. I beg for the prostate support. I'm so happy that registration is only 50,000. That one I can afford, and I was talking to Coach Mose. I'm going to also bring in my kid, and I'll also advertise so that all my friends can also bring in their kids. This academy must be a success in Jesus' name. But please, vote wisely so that we can change something in this country. I'm a man of change, I'm a man of people power, and I don't fear to say it. But you must vote for what you want to do. I wish you the best.
My name is Madame Daniel Diana. I'm a teacher. I work with Gayaza Technical and Skills Development Center, but at the same time I'm a director of Motherly Love Daycare and Nursery School. Just near Comfort Cottage, just slope down. That is where we are home as Motherly Love Daycare and Nursery School. Here our parents, we are most honored to be given this chance to allow us keep your kids here with Prostat. We are so honored, and we shall ensure that these kids get the right security that you expect from us. As the Prostat, they started 2 weeks ago, as they have said, but at least we've seen something that is going on. We've seen a variety of activities. So we thank you, Director, for what you've started with our parents. Dear parents, we are encouraging you to always send these kids for these activities because they are also helping them to grow intellectually. They are helping them to grow intellectually. Instead of sitting at home making noise, these activities are also helping them to make their minds so sharp. So you're most welcome. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. That is what I had to say because I was not even prepared for the speech. But thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I also call upon parents, please. Motherly Love Daycare and Nursery School. We are just near Comfort Cottages. We shall be giving out flyers and you will get the contacts plus the directions. Thank you so much.